Okay, this question says give the solutions of 5 power x and the x root of 8 power n minus 1 equals to 500. uh all right, so how can we do that? First of all, let's just raise this to the x power. I mean, that will kind of simplify some stuff. So that gives me 5 raised to x, that gives me x squared, and this will be 8 power n minus 1, and you got 500 raised to the x power. No problem. um, Next we can trying prime factorization. I mean, that's nice. We can separate all the 2's and all the 5's on one sides of the equation. That will be nice. So that gives me 5 power x squared minus, how many 5's have you got there? So you got 25 into 5, that is 3 5's, so 5 to the third raised to x is 5 to the 3x, so you got minus 3x has to be equal to 2 raised to how many 2's? So you got 4 over there, so 2 raised to 2x, and then 3n minus 3. All right, so minus 3n plus 3. No problem. Next, what we can do is that we can take natural log on both sides, so that will give me natural log of 5 times x squared minus 3x. That has to be equal to natural log of 2 times this thing, 2x minus 3n plus 3. Okay, what if n is an integer? Well, I don't know. I think yes, because otherwise we won't be able to find a solution already. So n has to be some kind of integer in that case. Okay, so let's just solve for x. It's going to be a quadratic, and I do not like that yet. Instead of taking log base 5, I mean, instead of taking natural log of 5, we could take log base 2 over there, so that would be much easier. So that will give me x squared minus 3x of log base 2 of 5 equals to 2x minus 3n plus 3. That's much easier. So yeah, okay, fine. So that gives me log base 2 of 5 of x squared. Okay, and then minus of 3 times log base 2 of 5 plus 2. Okay, plus 2 of x. And then the remaining constants of which is 3n minus 3 equals to 0. All right, what do we have to find? We have to find the solutions of this thing. I don't know why it is n minus 1 over there. What is n? I think n is supposed to be some kind of integer. Okay, right, give the solutions. And what are these values for? Are these the values for x or the values for n? Man, if there was not an n over there, it would have been much more easier. But okay, now we have to solve this quadratic. Fine, so just solve it using the quadratic formula. So x equals to plus or minus the square root of b squared, which is this thing squared. Yes, it's going to be 9 log base 2 of 5 squared plus 4, plus we got 6 into 2 is like 12 log base 2 of 5 minus 4 AC, so it's going to be minus 4 times this guy times that guy, so minus 4 log base 2 of 5 into 3n, right? So that's going to be 12n, and then you got minus 3, so it's going to be plus in that case. So plus 12 log base 2 of 5. All right, that's very weird. I don't know why it's going like that. All right, but that's how we have to solve it, so there's no other option. That is, that's inside the radical. Okay, and then you got minus b, which is minus of this thing, that's going to be plus 3 log base 2 of 5 plus 2 This divided by 2a. Oh god, that's a very big calculation. That's not good. That's not the way we are supposed to be doing this. Okay, fine. Mm-hmm. Let's take log base 5 of 2 because you got log base 5 in all the options. So that will give me x squared minus 3x equals to 2x minus 3n plus 3, and then log base is 5 of 2. Okay, that will give me x squared minus of 3 plus 2 log base 5 of 2 x, and what else? Yes, plus 3n minus 3 into log base 5 of 2. It has to be equal to 0. I think yes. Alright, it's still far from over. We have to solve that quadratic, and it will involve n as well, so it depends on the value of n. That's the whole problem. Yes, just hope something nice happens. That gives me plus minus the square root of b squared, square of this guy. Oh no, why? Fine, it's supposed to be 9 plus 4 log base 5 of 2 squared, and then plus 12 log base 5 of 2 minus 4ac, so minus 4 times this is supposed to be minus 12 n log base 5 of 2 plus 12 log base. It's still just the same as previous. Okay, and then minus b, so plus 3 plus 2 log base 5 of 2 divided by 2. Okay, so this time it's going to be something which involves n all over. Log base 5 of 2, that's supposed to be some kind of constant. So the only variable term over here is this thing. Come on, this that is much worse than what we expected. So we are not going anywhere with that. That's not nice. Oh, come on, why is this supposed to be n minus 1 over there? What? How do we? It's not a quadratic, so yes, it's not a quadratic. In that case, it's not going to happen that you have only one value which will be satisfying the domain of this radical. Well, no. Instead, it's a weird thing. Okay, fine. So log base 5 of 2, that's supposed to be something which is negative. Well, this is completely positive. This is positive. About this is negative. Wait, no, it's not negative. It's just something which is less than 1. Okay, so almost everything is positive except this thing. This is going to be negative. Yes, and if n was an integer, well, there can be many values which will be satisfying this, right? I mean, you could have n equals to 2 and that will cancel out these things, just leaving us with that. Okay, 9 plus 4 log base 5 of 2 squared. But how do we know? How do we know what value of n we should put so that we get at a very critical point? And it's going to have many solutions. So not a nice thing after all. Okay. Give the solutions. Do we have to find the number of solutions or what? Well, number of solutions might be easy because look at this thing. We just have to find that for what values of n is this quantity in the domain of that radical. That will be much easier. If we have to find the solutions themselves, well, that's going to be much harder than anything. Okay, that's not an easy job. Well, I do think there's supposed to be like number of solutions. We have to find number of solutions in that case. No problem. So that's just going to be an easy inequality, I guess. Yes. Well, wait a second. The number of solutions would turn out to be infinite because because unfortunately you got that n can be any integer. If it can be any integer, it can also be negative integers. Maybe n is supposed to be natural numbers only. The question is not very specified, so we do not know how to answer it yet. Okay, fine. Meet you in the next video.